is a giant lobster, a 10-pound armored beast with claws strong enough to crush my hand like a soda can. And we're known for keeping some of the scariest sea monsters out there, so it got us thinking, what if I tried to keep one of these monsters as a pet? So today, we're not only buying a giant lobster, but we're building him the ultimate home inside of our warehouse and showing you why it's one of the most terrifying creatures on the planet. So of course we found a website that sells these as live food for eating. Literally nobody buys these as pets. They're crazy expensive, $350 for just one lobster. A few days later, a truck dropped off the lobster in this crazy looking crate.
They were not messing around when they boxed this thing up. This might be the craziest box we've literally ever been sent. This thing is like, you could drop it from an airplane and we'd survive it.
What the heck is gonna be in here, dude? A monster?
We ordered a freaking lobster.
The reason why this crate is so secure is because catching lobsters is one of the most dangerous jobs in the entire world. Fishermen risk their lives to catch these animals, going out in 50-foot seas and hurricane force winds to catch up to $700 million worth of lobster in a single season. And now we have one sitting here right in this crate. And from the looks of this crate, this thing could literally be a 20-pounder. You gonna bust it wide open?
I love when we can break out the crowbar. The old curb stomp. Ah!
Oh, you want me?
Oh! Ah! Give me the kick.
Okay, don't want to tear my ACL.
Good.
Ah! All right, let's just rip it. 3, 2.
Holy cow! That's freaking smoking!
What's on in there?
Why is it smoking?
Oh! Dude, you're gonna let me breathe that in? You don't know what that is? Feel how cold the cooler is. This whole box is cold.
Now's the moment of truth to see if he's alive. And I'll tell you guys what, 50,000 likes on this video, and we will buy whatever the top liked comment is. So go ahead, put your suggestions down below, and start liking those comments, baby. 3, 2, 1. Holy cow.
God, you can't even see.
You can't even see. What the heck's going on in here?
Dude? Is there anything in here?
I see something wrapped in a towel. This has to be him, bro. This has to be him in the damn
right
towel.
there. It's in there.
This is how they get shipped. Holy
Are you
cow.
kidding me?
This is freezing cold.
That's a lobster. That thing is a monster.
It's a lobster! It's a lobster!
Oh my God, dude, is he alive? Is that thing alive, dude?
It's a giant. I'm gonna grab him.
Holy cow! Oh my God! Oh my God! That thing is a...
This has gotta be like a 7-8 pounder. Look at the size of this claw. It's as big as my freaking hand.
Oh my God. Dude, dude, be careful.
What do I do? I've literally never seen a lobster this big. So let's go ahead, let's get him in this temporary tank right here so he can start settling in.
He's 2 feet long all day. That claw is probably a pound itself right there.
Look at the claw compared to my hand. That is nuts.
This is a giant Maine lobster, and it literally looks like an alien. They have 2 specialized claws that are strong enough to snap a finger clean off, which we'll be showing off later in this video.
Ah, he got me.
We just ran into our first problem. If we leave him in here while we build his tank, he will die. They need 55-degree water temperatures in order to survive. He's barely moving and looks really weak, so we need to acclimate him with salt water. Well, our salt water is a cool 81 degrees, so we're practically just boiling this guy. So we drove to the store to pick up some ice bags to cool this water down.
I really hope this is gonna work. I made it home with the ice, so let's get it in this tank and cool this water down. But the ice is already melting. We gotta build this tank ASAP.
In the meantime, I'll keep pouring cold water over him just to keep him alive. For the tank build, we got the Mac Daddy 210-gallon aquarium. Because this lobster is so big, it's gonna need enough room to actually turn around. We're starting out with lots of white sand, so he feels right at home. But eventually, this tank will be completely transformed and even have a chiller attached to keep this water at a cool 55 degrees. Yeah, this is about to be insane. But a setup like this takes a ton of power. Strong lighting, filters, pumps, even that chiller to keep this locked at 55 degrees. And we're gonna need to run this entire aquarium off the Blue Eddy Apex 300. It's built to handle multiple high consumption devices all at once. so I don't have to worry about overloading anything. But now we need to head to PetSmart because we need to get some decor for this tank. And the best part is, while we're gone, the Apex 300 keeps everything running. It barely sips energy when it's on standby, so it's not wasting power, but keeps everything alive. What's cool is you can start simple like I did with this tank, but if you ever wanted to power something way bigger, like an RV, a cabin, even an entire house, you can actually add more batteries or link a couple units together to scale it up.
I really wanted to get a cave, but none of these are big enough. This is barely gonna be able to cover the tip of his claw. That's a joke. Now I'm also gonna get a few decorations like this. This looks super natural, like you find it on the bottom of the ocean. And this one right here definitely caught my eye. That's looking a lot like the Krusty Krab. How about this bad boy? This looks like a natural rock with a little bit of color. I think I've got some pretty good stuff picked out here, but I really wanted to get a shipwreck. This thing's only about 1.5 feet long. It's gonna look pretty silly in there, but luckily for me, I've got the perfect one back at the warehouse. Alrighty, we got everything we need inside of here. We spent $64, and I know this is gonna look fantastic.
Oh, we've been slowly adding water to this tank, but he is still barely moving. I'd say there's about a 50-50 chance that this guy actually makes it. And while I've been looking at this guy, I came up with the best name, Big Red. Come on, Big Red, you can make it. And speaking of going big, this shipwreck is just way too big.
You know what to do, Chris.
Easy, girl. I gotta get the front. That's more like it. Thankfully, I didn't cut my hands off, and we have a ship perfectly cut in half. We added each half of the ship on the left and right side of the aquarium, and while I was decorating this tank, I found a couple of these bleached coral rocks that I thought would really tie the whole thing together. But underneath this rock right here, we had an idea. While we were at the pet store, we picked up some frozen silver sides. And I'm gonna place one underneath this rock to test the lobster's hunting skills. In order to eat it, he'll have to sniff it out and move the rock. But this tank looks like it needs some color. So next up, we're building a kelp forest. But to pull that off, we're gonna need some real kelp. So we headed back to the pet store, hoping to track some down.
We just ran into a big problem. They have no kelp. I hope these are gonna do the trick.
Not only are these kelp cool looking, they also have an insane feature that really helps the lobster. By attaching an air tube, we can actually send bubbles through the kelp so they can sway just like they would in the wild. This is really important because lobsters need that extra bit of oxygen in order to stay alive. And the best part is, the Apex 300 works with both regular aquarium gear and heavy duty equipment all at the same time. So no matter what I plug in, it can handle it all together. And Big Red's entire tank is running on the Apex 300. So if you want to check this thing out, the link is down in the description.
And as you can see, we left the middle of this aquarium completely empty. That's because we'll be adding in this 24-karat gold platter where he's gonna eat some of the craziest foods.
Big Red is finally fully submerged in water and he's starting to move around. Maybe we should see if he wants to eat.
All right, buddy, you want some nice fresh shrimp? Come on, take it. We're your friends now. He literally has zero interest whatsoever. That is not a good sign. If he doesn't eat, he could die.
So I'm sending Jack to the bait shop to get some different food options for him.
I just got to the bait shop and they have all of these options. Ew, what even is this right here? That is disgusting. I'm gonna get these 2 dead ribbon fish right here because if you look up what lobsters eat in the wild, they actually feed on dead carcasses. So this right here is gonna be perfect. If he doesn't eat this, there's really not much hope for this guy.
I also sent Jack to the grocery store to pick up a carrot. Now you might be thinking, why a carrot? Well, carrots and human fingers are quite similar. And if he can snap this carrot clean in half, we definitely need to be careful. And while walking around the grocery store, something caught Jack's eye. It was a bunch of lobster tails. And that's when we remembered the crazy fact that lobsters are actually cannibals. They eat each other. So we're gonna put that to the test as well.
Can I get 1 lobster tail, please?
Back at the warehouse, Big Red is looking much more lively and he is ready for his new aquarium.
Holy cow, if you guys could feel the power coming through this creature right here is absolutely incredible. Here you go, Big Red. Enjoy your home.
Watch those fingers.
Oh
Holy
my
cow,
God.
he's a unit.
That is the biggest lobster I've ever seen in my entire life.
As soon as we added him into the tank, Big Red looked thrilled he wasn't going into a boiling pot of water. He started exploring every corner of the aquarium. This guy is massive, measuring about 2 feet across. And while he's super active, it's the perfect time to feed him and see what he likes best. First up, the carrot. We need to test just how strong those crushing claws are. He should be able to snap it right in half, but let's find out.
All right, Big Red, let's see how powerful your claws really are.
Come on, Big Red.
Oh, he snapped at it. Oh my gosh.
Crush!
That looked so effortless. He literally annihilated this. And they say that a carrot and a finger are a lot alike. You can literally bite your finger off. With the same amount of force, you could bite this carrot, but your brain just won't let you. Now it's time to move on to the lobster tail to see if Big Red's a true cannibal. This tail right here was $8, and boy, does it smell delicious.
We dropped the lobster tail in and immediately Big Red charged at it. But once he realized it wasn't alive, he backed off, which I found to be really strange. So we grabbed the tongs and brought it right up to his face. And that is when Big Red attacked. He snapped at it instantly and was clearly super territorial. He carried it completely out of his area, but didn't eat it. It's safe to say Big Red is not a cannibal. Next, we tried offering him the ribbon fish, and right away, he started snapping at it. But these strikes were not out of hunger. He had zero interest in eating. He was clearly just defending his territory, and at this point, Big Red wasn't seeing any food. He was seeing an intruder. Anything that got close to his area, he wanted gone. And after testing the 2 foods that we had, it was clear that Big Red wasn't just another lobster. He was the king of this tank. This was his territory now, and he made sure everybody knew it. So yeah, Big Red is officially the king of this tank, an absolute unit and easily one of the most terrifying sea creatures we've ever kept. I would never put my hand inside this tank. But trust me, nothing compares to the monsters that we got in our last video. Click right here to go check it out.